I was just always thinking I was never gonna be good enough for this, and now I'm like, that mindset's ridiculous. Like, anybody can win a job. It could be anybody that's in, like, the prelim round. It could be anybody could win a competition. It and I was like, "You know what? If why not me?" So I still have that discipline, but without the, like, mindset of,
Safe mindset.
like, I have something to prove.
Yeah, and that's crazy to hear you say. When I talk to great musicians and they don't believe in themselves or they have this like negative
Mhm,
internal, and you, like you said, you finaled in an audition
mhm.
recently. What was that feeling like when you found out?
Wow, oh my gosh, that felt pretty incredible, honestly. I mean, I wasn't 100% certain ho of course, in any audition, I don't expect to advance. I want to go in with the mindset, I'm just gonna put my best foot forward, and everything else is out of my control after that. And I feel like the way I executed in that audition, I mean, I listened back to that recording fairly recently, and it turned out very, very well. I'm very proud of how that preliminary round went, and I was like, I did my best, so whatever happens, happens. And then the personnel manager came in and was reading off the candidates who advanced, and he read my name, and I was very, very thrilled. It felt good for sure. It like didn't necessarily feel like oh, I've like proved myself, but I was like, wow, like how lucky I am to advance and have a shot at this job. And it was really cool to play in a final round.
Yeah, that I think that's so cool
Mhm.
and so validating. Um, you go to 10 auditions and then maybe one of them you get some positive
Mhm.
feedback.
Yeah.
The ratio can be really skewed like that.
Mhm.
We know a professor who took 30 auditions or something like that,
Yeah.
which is insane. Hearing her play now, she just sounds like an angel.
Mhm.
But yeah, how validating. Did it the next day? It probably you wanted to double down on your motivation of like, let's freaking sign up for the next one, right?
Yeah. It was like in a way, it was a little jarring because I hadn't advanced yet at that point. So this was my first time being in a final round. I was like, whoa, like, because I hadn't thought of the possibility I could leave this place with a job,
Yeah.
possibly. I could win a job at the end of the day. And I didn't necessarily let that rattle me, but the thought of like winning the job possibly was in the back of my mind. I still played well, but I think my prelim audition was a little more solid because I let myself just be like, okay, I'm just going to put my best foot forward, whatever's out of my control. And it was great to see like how my brain reacts to advancing. Now that I know what that looks like if I advance in the future, then I know how to handle myself a little better. But yeah, what a great experience that was for sure.
And I feel like a lot of auditions, hearing you talk is just seeing what my body does in weird
Yeah.
circumstances.
Mhm.
Sometimes weirder than others when you play in a bar.
This is true. That it's gonna take a lot to be weirder than that, and if there's anything weirder than that, I might be throwing in the towel and just calling it a day.
Just take a picture, make an Instagram post. Don't take an audition. You like to say the phrase frolic. You like to frolic in
I
places.
do like to frolic in places. I wish I got to frolic in the location of the place I made finals in,
Yeah.
because man, it would have been nice. But
Well, who knows where the next one will be?
this is true. You never know.
Is your mindset like, I'll just get on a plane and go to wherever the next one is, and I'll kind of live wherever I can get a job?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's unfortunately, that is how it is.
Yep.
We don't get to choose unless we are Jasmine Choi.
This is true. This is true.
One thing I find really maybe frustrating, maybe I shouldn't
Mhm.
be frustrated about auditions is a lot of times they send out a long list of excerpts
Mhm.
and then you show up there and for the prelims they only want to hear the basic ones.
Yeah.
Like they want to hear Mendelssohn Scherzo.
Mhm.
Hopefully your double tonguing is good.
Yeah.
They want to hear Brahms 4 and then they don't want to hear Firebird or maybe
Right.
something that you put a lot more time into because you were more freaked out about it.
Yeah.
For the final round, did you feel like your hard excerpts were as strong as some of those basic ones?
Mhm. I think they were. I think Well, for the prelim round to the final round, they essentially asked the whole list, which the whole list was pretty short. I think it was no more than like 12 excerpts,
Mhm.
which wasn't too bad at all. The final round was a little jarring because one of the excerpts, they had us start in the middle of it, and I hadn't practiced starting in the middle of it before because I didn't realize that was an option that
Hmm.
they could ask. But I think maybe my harder excerpts were just a tiny bit more solid on the prelim day just because I was a little bit more solid in my mindset. But they weren't. bad on the finals day. I think maybe just because I was not expecting the advancing. I was just a little bit rattled on like it was Firebird Piccolo, and yeah, Firebird Piccolo was really the only one I felt like a little bit unsteady on.
If you had won the job, would you have been able to take it?
Hmm. I think I would have
'Cause we
probably
have one more year.
taken
Yeah.
it. I would have stayed in school and then just like flown back and forth,
That would have been crazy.
which would have been crazy. Would have tried to make it work. Say if I like won what is it? The second audition I took, that job I would have taken and dropped out of school.
Wow.
But I obviously didn't make it past prelims, so
Well, I'm glad for that. You have to be here next year.
exactly. I really love you guys. So like it's been nice to spend time with y'all.
Thank you for watching the practice room. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, contact me on Instagram or my website if you would like to be a guest or would like to suggest a guest. Links in the description. Thank you.